This video is for educational purposes. Trigger warning, schmutzies.
Author many times over. She's huge. And a few days ago, Jodi Picoult was shocked to learn that one of her books has now been banned. The book is called The Storyteller. It's a book about the Holocaust. And a county in Florida has now banned it from its school libraries under Republican Governor Ron DeSantis' broad, vague new laws governing what kids can and cannot read. Jodi Picoult responded with this. She said, quote, "The Storyteller is a novel about the Holocaust. It chronicles the growth of anti-Semitism and fascism in Nazi Germany. There was a strange irony that a parent wanted this particular book removed because it felt a bit like history repeating itself." That feeling, that stuff we thought maybe we had left behind, is rearing its head again. That feeling is happening a lot these days. Last week, House Republicans held a hearing supposedly on the origins of COVID-19. They invited as their expert witness this guy, famous for writing a book that claims, among other things, that Jewish people are genetically evolved. They are biologically programmed to love money. That was their expert who they brought in on the science of COVID. Meanwhile, here's a picture of former President Trump's adult son, Eric. He's the one on the left, the blonde one there. Here he is hanging out with a guy who he's now traveling the country with. The guy on his left, our right, is an anti-Semitic conspiracy theorist who says the Jews did 9/11 and that Hitler was fighting, quote, the same people that we're trying to take down today. Eric Trump and this Jews did 9/11 guy are traveling the country now as part of something called the Reawaken America Tour. In May, that roadshow will be taking over one of Donald Trump's Florida properties for a weekend. This weekend in Florida, police issued citations to 5 men for dumping hundreds of anti-Semitic neo-Nazi flyers around a neighborhood in West Palm Beach. The men were not arrested. They were ticketed for littering. NPR this weekend just reported on a group of self-described Nazis who have been projecting giant 5-story tall swastikas and other anti-Semitic imagery on tall buildings in the city of Jacksonville, Florida. And then there was Ohio this weekend. Right-wing extremists, white supremacist groups have lately been targeting drag queen story hours. But what happened in Ohio this weekend was a different order of magnitude. One drag queen storytelling event in a park in the town of Wadsworth, Ohio, drew hundreds of protesters, including lots and lots of full-on neo-Nazis. Many of them armed, lots of them carrying swastika flags and shouting Sig Heil. I'm going to show you a little bit of footage that we've obtained from the event, just a little bit, because I don't really want to give these guys the publicity they crave, but I do want to show you just a few seconds so you can get a sense of how unnerving this must have been for that community. Probably goes without saying, you may find this footage upsetting. Here it is. They're doing Sig Heil, and you hear them saying Weimar conditions, Weimar solutions. They're talking about Hitler, right? Hitler overthrew the Weimar Republic. Y'all know what Hitler's solution was. Again, these guys are out in numbers and in force screaming at Ohio kids this weekend. We've got some folks on the right trying to ban books about the rise of Nazism and the rise of anti-Semitism in 1930s Germany, while others are literally trying to make it happen all over again.
I have always been proud of my Jewish heritage, and now it makes me fearful. If people cannot wake up to what is happening, to the fact that they won't stop with it. Trans kids and the drag queens and banning Black history and the Jews, they will come for you. They will. Make no mistake.